Hey there! You're just in time to learn about division. Wait, what's division, you say? Well, let's imagine that you just baked 12 delicious cupcakes, and you want to give them out to 3 of your best friends. How would you share these cupcakes so that every friend has the same number of cupcakes? We don't want any of them to be sad because they didn't get as many cupcakes as everyone else, right? Here's one way to do it. You give them a cupcake one by one until you're out of cupcakes. Now everyone has the same amount of cupcakes, which is 4, and everybody is super happy. But handing them out one by one can take a lot of time, especially if you've baked lots and lots of cupcakes. And that's when we need to use division. Division means to split or divide a number into equal groups. The first number in a division is called dividend. The next number is the number we'll be dividing by, and it's called the divisor. Between the dividend and the divisor is our symbol of division. You might have seen it in another form with a line going across, but we'll use this one because it's a little easier. The result of a division is called a quotient. When we learn about division, we need to mention multiplication as well, because multiplication is calculating the total when we have many equal groups. You can say that multiplication is the opposite of division. That means there's one thing we can use for multiplication to help with our division. Can you guess what it is? It's the multiplication table. For example, if you know 2 factors, you can find the product of the multiplication, like 2 times 3 equals 6. Let's do some reverse engineering and say this a little differently. If you know 6 is the product and 3 is one of the factors, then you can find out the other factor is 2. In division, the product becomes the dividend, the factors become the divisor and the quotient. It's fascinating to see how we unravel the connection between math functions, huh? Let's get back to the equal groups bit. Sometimes you'll be asked to solve a problem like dividing 20 books into 5 boxes. How many books are there in each box? The amount of books is the total value, and the boxes are groups. To find the value in each group, we just need to take the total value and divide it by the number of groups. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. But sometimes the problem might be phrased a little differently. You still have the same number of books, 20, but you need to put 4 books in a box. How many boxes do you need to pack all of the books? In this case, we're given the total value and the value in one group. To find the number of groups, we use division, take the total value, and divide by the value in one group. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Now you know how a division problem can be explained in different ways. All right, moving on. We have 10 divided by 3 and 10 divided by 2. Can you spot the difference between these divisions, besides the fact that they have different divisors? Let's bring out some blocks to help you understand better. Can we divide 10 blocks into 3 groups? Let's try. Okay, we have 3 blocks in each group, but yeah, there's 1 block left. There's no more groups to put it in, and we can't put this block in one of the 3 groups because they won't be equal groups anymore. So I guess this guy's getting kicked out. And that's what we call a remainder. Sometimes a number can't be divided neatly into equal groups, and we end up with a remainder. We use the letter R to signify the remainder in a division. Here's how we write this. 10 divided by 3 equals 3, with the remainder of 1. But how about the other division, 10 divided by 2? We can split 10 blocks into 2 groups, and each group has 5 blocks. Nice and easy, right? Every block belongs in a group with no block left behind. Sorry to that block from earlier. Must be lonely. That means we can say that 10 is divisible by 2. A number is divisible when it can be divided by another number without a remainder. We can use the vertical line to signify that a number is divisible. Like 10 is divisible by 2, 6 is divisible by 3, and so on. In some places, the triple colon symbol can replace the vertical line, and you need to reverse the order of the number. Confusing? It sure is. And that's a wrap on our lesson on division, its definition, how we link division to multiplication, what is a divisible number, and remainders. Wow, we sure learned a lot today. And speaking of remainders, I think I'm going to go check to see if there's any cupcakes remaining. In the meantime, do you think you're ready to divide big numbers? Tune in for our next video to learn multi-digit division and unravel more exciting knowledge.